Hello and welcome to Sartoma Park in Yankton, South Dakota. A beautiful day for softball as the Yankton Gazelles host the O'Gorman Lady Knights, who have made the trip from Sioux Falls. Not too far of a travel. Decent amount of blue here in the stands, but as always, Yankton always comes in a good group, whether home or away, in their red. All Yankton athletics are presented by First Dakota National Bank of Yankton. First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. Of course, this is the Yankton Medical Clinic pregame show. The Yankton Medical Clinic, so much care, so close to home, as we are about 30 minutes away from game time here, as the Gazelles looking to keep up a hot streak now. In their last 2 games, we've seen bounds of improvement, as against Sioux Falls Lincoln. Maybe didn't come out with a win, but that's a very good Sioux Falls Lincoln team. But the bats were putting it in play. The defense was there. And then you saw that come to fruition against the Mitchell Colonels, in which the Gazelles were able to come up with a big win. Gazelles come into this game at 3-6, with O'Gorman at the same record of 3-6. With records so close, this could be an important game late into the year when looking at the standings for the SODAC 16. Both teams going to be fighting hard, as this could be the difference between, a turning point in your season where you can maybe earn a home SODAC 16 game, or if you've got to be on the road, and we know that is so important to be at home for SODAC 16. Last year, these teams played in what ended up being a very close game. O'Gorman did get the win last year with a score of 9-7. A look inside the numbers for this game in both teams. Runs per game, 5.2 runs scored per game for the Gazelles. Of course, that 14 they put up against the Colonels last in action is going to help them a little bit. And O'Gorman at 6.6 runs per game. So O'Gorman edges them out by about 1.5 runs more per game. Then runs allowed per game, Yankton at 10.5, O'Gorman at 8. Again, this could be a huge game for each side. Right now, O'Gorman sits at the 9th seed, one shy of hosting a SODAC 16 game. For Yankton, they moved from 13th to now 12th and would love to improve that standing. For O'Gorman, they played twice this week already, once against Brandon Valley and once against Brookings, falling in each game. Yankton won their lone game they played this week against Mitchell. Gazelles, like I said, they've been hot as of lately. They look to keep it up. More than anything, I think bats are going to be determining the outcome of this game. Yankton has scored first in their last 2 and will look to do so again, but O'Gorman is not going to make this easy, as they've got a pretty good pitcher on their side in Mary Cook, as the Gazelles have faced her a couple times, as she's been the starter for O'Gorman the last 2 years that I've had the pleasure of calling Gazelles softball. Tonight's officials in the game will be John Chihawk and Larry Rotunda, as again, first pitch set for 6 o'clock, where right now we're at 5:33, so still a little bit out, but we've got lots to come on the Yankton Medical Clinic pregame show. I did get a chance to talk with both head coaches ahead of this matchup, as it is Ryan Sokup for the O'Gorman Lady Knights, and as always, Jill Muth with the Gazelles. We'll take a quick break and take a moment to our sportscasters who, thank them, because we couldn't cover these games without our sportscaster members. But when we return, our chat with Ryan Sokup, head coach of the O'Gorman Lady Knights.
Hi, I'm Franny Kiefer with the Yankton School District Alumni Association. We strive to create a community of alumni and friends who support extracurricular and educational opportunities in the Yankton School District through scholarships, grants, innovative education opportunities, and staff appreciation. With us, you will keep connected to a community of Yankton School District alumni and friends all over. You can help continue to pay it forward and help future graduates. Register today at the Yankton School District Alumni Association website.
My name is Kyler Johnson, and at Elkhorn Valley Bank and Trust, there really is a difference. Elkhorn Valley Bank is different from your national banks in that you get that personal relationship, that personal touch. We care about our customers. The bank cares about its employees. You have an impact on the local community. You're working with people in the community. You're trying to make the community better. Elkhorn Valley Bank, great for you, great for your community.
Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals are your locally owned and operated ready mix and rental companies available in both Yankton and Vermilion. The Oshkosh front discharge mixers allow for easy placement of concrete, and they're nearly unstoppable. More of a do-it-yourself fan? You can also get all your hand tools, mini excavators, skid steers, aerial lift equipment, and more for any job you need to get done. Choose Midwest Ready Mix and Clark's Rentals as your concrete and rental equipment headquarters of Yankton and Vermilion.
At Elwood Family Dental Care, we treat our patients like family. We have an experienced and caring dental team. We take the time to make sure you understand your oral health and answer any questions you have about your dental treatments. We take pride in educating our patients. Whether you need fillings, crowns or bridges, dental implants, just a teeth cleaning, or even Botox, come visit us at 1818 Broadway Avenue. And remember, we take care of the entire family.
If you're into hunting, fishing, towing, or just want to blaze the trail, All Seasons has ATVs, UTVs, dirt bikes, and scooters from quality brands like Honda, Yamaha, and CF Moto. Needing watercraft? All Seasons has a large selection of quality boats and wave runners, and we take pride in service after the sale. We have friendly certified technicians that will winterize, summarize, diagnose, and repair your power sports equipment. In business for over 20 years for good reasons. We're All Seasons, Power Sports and Marine in Yankton.
Hello and welcome to our Coaches Conversations. I'm Zac Spear, and joining me on the line right now is head coach Ryan Sokup of the O'Gorman Lady Knights. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to play ball again.
Absolutely, and could you tell me about your season so far?
Yeah, we've been having an all right season, a little bit up, a little bit down. That's just kind of natural with a young team, a lot of peaks and valleys. Right now kind of feels like a tough stretch for us, but this will be our third game of the week, so kind of nice. This is a game designed to be played every day, and I feel like you get better the more frequent that you're playing. So we're excited to be playing today and see if we can't snap out of a funk.
And when your team is at its best, what is it that they do well?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, when we're at our best, it's when Mary Cook is in her rhythm with a real bulldog mentality in the circle. She can throw about anything, any spot, anywhere, and it's funny enough, I was talking to her on Monday saying, hey, how come we haven't been going to the curveball much this year? And well, I don't know. It wasn't working early on the season. We kind of got away from it, and I just told her, hey, I've been doing some advanced scouting, and I see some opportunities to get it worked in there. And then sure enough, yesterday she breaks out the curveball for the first time in about 3 weeks and ends the day with 8 strikeouts, and excited to see if that's something new we can be adding to the repertoire for the rest of the season.
And good to see when your player takes exactly what you say and puts it into practice, right?
Absolutely. I mean, it's pretty incredible, honestly. She's one heck of an athlete. She's going to go play college at Iowa Lakes next year. Super proud of her. I mean, coaches can ask for anything they want, but for a player to be able to go ahead and do it, especially something they hadn't been putting a lot of work in specifically towards that, just shows you what a talented kid she is.
And coming up now, you take on the Yankton Gazelles. What would you like to see from your team in this one?
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see aggression at the plate. I want to see disciplined. When we are going to swing, we're swinging at our pitches, and we're swinging like we mean it. I don't want to see a bunch of check swings or in between. Shouldn't be chasing balls. We know the strike zone pretty well, but we have to be disciplined in our approach. But when we get that mistake, and there will be mistakes, nobody's perfect. When those mistakes come, we got to be ready to punish them.
And so Cook is a player you've already named. Who are some other players on your team that we should expect to make a big impact tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, our leadoff hitter, shortstop, Sonia Deckert, she has been just a superstar for us this year. Her offense, her speed, her defense, I mean, you name it, she's got it. She's really a catalyst for our offense. And then tonight you also see Veda Ellerbush moved up in the lineup. She's been putting together a lot of really good at-bats. Just a freshman, but strong kid, really high softball IQ. I'm excited to see what she does here with a chance a little higher in the lineup tonight.
And it should be a great game. Coach, thank you so much for the time. We'll see you in Yankton shortly.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it.
Again, that was head coach Ryan Sokup of the O'Gorman Lady Knights. We'll be back in a moment with Jill Muth, head coach of the Gazelles, on our Yankton Medical Clinic pregame show. Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy, and convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you got to call Kaylin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Kaylin's to anyone.
I knew I should have had those brakes checked at Graham Tire. It's all about safety. Tire mounting, balancing, wheel alignment, and shocks and struts and batteries, oil changes, and lube service. Graham Tire does these every day. And there's over an acre of tires. Graham Tire has them all, big and small. Tires for cars, trucks, campers, trailers, big rigs, and tracks. Honesty and integrity is a matter of pride since 1951. Graham Tire, Yankton. Welcome to JR's Oasis, your one-stop food and gas shop. Proud to serve Phillips 66 regular, premium, and diesel fuel. After fueling, go inside for slushies and shakes, ice cream cones, and now offering a full line of healthy, chilled items and snacks. JR's hot menu is great for breakfast, lunch, and supper, featuring the famous Hammer Breakfast Sandwich and fresh hand patty burgers. Try the new Cafe Tango frozen coffees for that extra boost of deliciousness. JR's Oasis, East Highway 50, Yankton.
Welcome to the Bone Setter Chiropractic. I'm Dr. TJ Stotz. Our office is located at 215 Mulberry, Suite 9 in downtown Yankton. At our new and inviting clinic, we offer a hands-on approach, decompression traction, electrical stimulation, acupuncture, exercise and nutrition advice, as well as state-of-the-art examination techniques. The Bone Setter brings you comfort when there is discomfort. The Bone Setter, 215 Mulberry, Suite 9, or online at thebonesetter.com.
Back on our coaches' conversations, Jill Muth, head coach of the Yankton Gazelles. Coach, quite the busy 2 days coming up for you and your team.
Yeah, we got a busy few days here coming up. A couple makeup games and then an extra added game, and it's going to be fun. Hopefully we have nice weather tonight, nice weather tomorrow, and we can play some good softball.
And let's talk about that last game. We saw your team defeat Mitchell 14-8. What exactly went right in that game?
Oh man, we did a nice job of putting the ball in play. When you put the ball in play in softball, good things can happen. I was at the Mount Marty baseball game the other night, and they had a ball that was hit real hard, and their third baseman fielded it on a hop. It got away from him. He took a couple steps and still picked it up and was able to throw the guy out at first. But in softball, that doesn't happen. It's just so much faster, so much less distance that they have to run. I mean, if you have a ball that you make a little bobble on, more times than not, the girl's going to be safe, So if you put the ball in play, you put all the pressure on the defense, and I thought we've done that here the last game. We did a good job of making contact, and that is going to make a big difference for us.
And Daly Hughes, what a performance from the freshman. Of course, we got to chat with her, but she pitched great. She hit a couple of home runs. What kind of progress have you seen from her since the beginning of the year?
Yeah, she's young and she's adjusting, and all of those freshmen, mostly last year played U14, so they're jumping into a high school game where it's U16 and U18, so it is girls that are obviously older, but they've also seen that the changes in the speed of the pitching and the speed of the game and the girl, it's a big jump. So it just takes some time for them to, settle in and get used to it. And she has done a really nice job for us this year. And she's a hard worker and she wants to do well. And so it was fun to see her have some success for us.
And overall, as you mentioned, it was a busy just week for you guys. You had a game Tuesday, an awards program yesterday, and now 3 games between today and tomorrow. How did you get your team ready for this stretch?
Actually, we did get in a little practice yesterday. We just did some hitting yesterday. So Wednesday, we just did all fielding. We did all defense. Nobody even got a bat out. And then the plan was yesterday we were going to do hitting. Well, the rain and the weather kind of threw a little kink in it, but we were able to get a little hitting in and, just trying to keep working on making contact and getting good swings and hopefully continue, like we talked about, to put the ball in play.
And always good to get those practices in. What are going to be the keys to victory in this upcoming game?
You know, those same exact things, you know, just finding a way to put the ball in play and then play as clean a defense as we can. You know, just trying to make the routine plays and have everybody do a little bit of something to help us and hope that, you know, at the end of the game, our scoreboard number is a little higher than their scoreboard number.
Well, thanks as always, Coach. Appreciate the time, and we'll talk tonight.
All right, sounds good, Zach. We appreciate your coverage. Thank you.
Again, that was head coach Jill Muth of the Gazelles. Coming up, Yankton hosts O'Gorman at Sertoma Park. That's all here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Fashionistas, fall is here. Let's turn some heads. 9th Street Clothing Company will help you mix and match. 9th Street has flirty fall fashions for men and women to help season or layer your wardrobe. Formal dresses, tuxes, ladies' shiny shoes to men's stylish hey dudes. After you fashionize, accessorize. With fun, fashionable shades, necklaces, earrings, purses, and wallets. Be the fashion of the times and get dressed to the nines. 9thStreetClothingCo.com.
When you bundle home and auto, good things can happen. You get a local agent who can help you choose the right coverage for you at a price that's right for you.
Call State Farm agent Rhonda Wesselin in Yankton today.
The State Farm Personal Price Plan helps you create an affordable price just for you. Contact local agent Rhonda Wesselin for your personal price plan today.
Slumberland Furniture in Yankton, the place to shop for your next new mattress. Find brands like Stearns & Foster, Nectar, and the hottest selling mattress, Purple, measured for your comfort and a dream-laden night's sleep. There's the new Adapt by Tempur-Pedic as well. Slumberland Furniture has Flex Steel furniture too, comfy and classy. That's Slumberland Furniture, 2401 Broadway, Yankton.
Truxedo is proud to have been part of the Yankton community since its start in 2000.
One of the things I love most is that they believe in promoting from within. I've been given many opportunities to advance.
Truxedo has an extensive variety of benefits available to their employees.
The work environment at Truxedo is extremely positive.
We are looking for you to join our production team. Visit www.truxedo.com/careers to apply.
And back on our Yankton Medical Clinic pregame show, again, you heard from Ryan Sokup, the head coach of the O'Gorman Lady Knights, and then Jill Muth, as always, coach of the Gazelles. Sun is shining, a little bit of wind here, but that's no problem. It's not going to be pushing any over the fence, that's for sure, as it's coming almost directly in from left center. Either way, should be in for a great game here. The last time we saw the Yankton Gazelles in action, they took on Mitchell in Mitchell. Gazelles won that one 14-8, and here are your stats in that one. Jocelyn Burns at the plate went 3 for 5. Madison Gerard 2 for 3 with 2 walks, 1 RBI. She also started on the mound, had 2.1 innings pitched, 4 earned runs given up, 5 runs total, 4 walks and 3 strikeouts on the mound. Madison Musfeld at the plate went 2 for 5. Kyra Churchman was 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs. Ava Gerard went 2 for 5 with 3 RBIs as well. Brooklyn King went 1 for 5, 1 RBI. And Daly Hughes went 2 for 3, 3 RBIs. Of course, those 2 hits were both home runs. 1 a 2-run and 1 a solo shot. She also was on the mound for 2.2 innings. 2 earned runs she gave up, 2 runs total given up, 5 walks, 5 strikeouts. Haley Schulte went 0 for 2 but did get on by a walk, as her on-base percentage has been good this year. Haley Bottleson, our first time seeing her at the plate, and she did well. She went 1 for 1 and cracked a double. Eliza Gurney went 2 for 4. And then Reese Gary, we didn't see bat, but we did see pitching. She pitched for 1.2 innings, 1 earned run given up, 1 run total, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout she had. So the Gazelles went for 18 hits, 14 runs, 3 walks at the plate, and they only struck out 4 times. And those kind of numbers are going to win you a lot of games in softball. Pitching and fielding, they had, of course, 7 innings pitched, 6 hits given up, 7 earned runs, 8 runs total given up. They had 9 strikeouts, 10 walks, and only 2 errors in the field. Overall, just a very complete game for the Yankton Gazelles against the Colonels. As we also have a couple of replays saved from that, as we'll take a look and watch those now. By the way, all of our replays are brought to you by Yankton Winnelson, second generation, family owned, and supporting the local community, including Yankton athletics since 1981. In our first replay, we did get to see Kyra Churchma with another throw out from behind home plate. Over to third, she tosses it, tag gets there in time. And for our second replay, well, you know, the replay, by the time I clicked it, didn't have quite enough time. You don't get to see the hit, but you can tell exactly what's going on. The Yankton Gazelles are all waiting at home plate as Daly Hughes rounds third to applause from hitting it over the fence. Those are your replays from last game, brought to you by Yankton Winnelson, and any replays in this game will also be brought to you by Yankton Winnelson. We've hit 5:50. That's usually when the PA starts here on the field, and that it has. Timing is always impeccable here at Sertoma Park. Props to Ryan Moores, making sure it's on time every single time. In this one, both teams looking for their fourth win on the year. They're both at 3-6, so same record, but O'Gorman sits at the 9 seed in standings. Yankton Gazelles at the number 12 seed. So both could improve that with a win here tonight, but a loss could put them a little bit lower. Again, Gazelles coming off a win. O'Gorman had 2 games, lost both, but they played some tough teams in Brandon Valley and Brookings this week, as those are 2 teams that the Gazelles fell to also. As on the field, they'll get to the starting lineups, so will we. Your starting lineups brought to you by Larry's Heating and Cooling of Yankton and Vermilion. For all your heating and cooling needs, it's Larry's Heating and Cooling, anytime, any day. We'll start with the visitors in the O'Gorman Lady Knights. They come in coached by Ryan Sokup, the 9 seed. Leading off will be shortstop number 2, Sonia Deckert. In the 2 spot, on the mound for today, number 20, it's Mary Cook. Batting third, wearing 3, and at third base, it's Veda Ellerbush. Cleanup hitter for the Lady Knights is center fielder number 1, Kinsley Sheridan. The designated player in the 5 spot, number 19, Lucy Capel. At second base, batting 6, number 12, Ryan Winterbore. Behind home plate, protecting number 30, Allie Hermson. In right field, batting 8th, number 24, it's Maddie Jones. And to wrap up the batting lineup for the Knights, number 17, left fielder, Ellie Van Wy. Also playing in the field for the Lady Knights will be number 10, Zoe Bathke at first base. Your starting lineup for your Yankton Gazelles. They come in at 3-6, the 12 seed, coached by Jill Muth. Leading off at shortstop, number 2, Jocelyn Burns. On the mound, as we've seen her plenty, batting second, number 11, Madison Gerard. At first base, wearing number 1, batting third, Madison Musfelt. Doing the protection of home plate, catcher number 23, Kyra Churchma, batting in the cleanup spot. And those 3 RBIs from last game, well, there's a reason she bats cleanup. Moving up in the lineup, the 5th batter at third base, number 29, it's Daly Hughes. In the 6th spot, wearing number 6, second baseman Brooklyn King. In right field, batting 7th, number 9, it's Olivia Puck, In center field, batting 8th, number 12, Haley Schulte. And to round off the Gazelles lineup, in left field, batting 9th, number 22, Eliza Gurney. The reserves for the Gazelles in this one are Callie Koletsky, Keely Mosier, Reese Gary, and Haley Bottleson. Reserves for the Lady Knights are Zoe Bathke, Addie Grebel, Ava Donnellan, Zoe McEnany, Claire Coons, Kenzie Koenig, Lindsay Gameter, and Allie Delvo. Both teams looking for win number 4 on the field here. We'll have our national anthem, and we'll leave it here for that. Again, you just heard the national anthem being played here, followed by now the Yankton school song as the Gazelles will take to the field first. They'll be wearing white jerseys with black pants trimmed out in red on the flip side for O'Gorman. Blue jerseys, white pants, and their jerseys trimmed out in white. Couldn't be much different on the colors. Makes it nice and easy to tell who's who. When we return, we'll take a quick break. We've got first pitch just moments away. Gazelles to the field. O'Gorman will bat first.
Make it a double. No, make it a triple. Triple time Rudy's in Yankton. Stop for premium, ethanol, or regular gas anytime with pay at the pump. Or stop in during regular hours to find the meats, cheeses, beverages, snacks to fuel you up. There's oil, grease, and more for your vehicles, gift cards, and unbeatable staff in just the right amount of that personal service. Make it a triple time Rudy's, corner of 17th and Broadway, Yankton.
And as we return, Gazelles in the field again in their all-white jerseys, trimmed out in red. O'Gorman wearing blue at the plate. They will be trying to strike first, but of course, not going to be easy here as the Gazelles want to score first as they have in their last couple of games. On the mound, it'll be Madison Gerard behind home plate, Kyra Churchma, as we load up our graphics as well as our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. Leading off for the Lady Knights, it'll be Sonia Deckert. She'll be the first to see any pitches thrown from Gerard. As a sophomore, Deckert is batting over 500. 571 her batting average with her on-base percentage, a whopping 647. And she's also got 10 RBIs on the season. Talk about a start at the plate for Sonia Deckert as the Gazelles look to get out number one here. Could be tricky with a batter like Deckert. Gazelles take to their positions in the field as this game just about underway. 5:57 will get started a couple minutes early. That's no problem. Beautiful day for softball. Gerard on the mound. Game officially underway as first pitch low to the backstop, ball one. Softball officially up and running here at Sertoma Park as the Gazelles host the O'Gorman Lady Knights. Next pitch from Gerard. Misses outside. 2-0 makes the count. The 2-0 pitch here as Gerard steps off, as that will count as ball three. So 3-0 the count. Deckert can be picky here. Next pitch. That one hits the strike zone. Need a couple more of those. Gerard comes into this one. She's pitched 33 innings on the year, a 7.77 ERA, and 33 strikeouts. She averages one strikeout per inning. The 3-1 pitch here, as that one just misses inside. An early base runner here for the Lady Knights is Sonia Deckert on first with a walk. That brings up Mary Cook to the plate. The first pitcher's duel of the game as Cook will be on the mound on the flip side. Sign of bunt as she pulls back. That one hits Cook, and now two runners on immediately with no outs. So runners on first and second, no outs here. Veda Ellerbush at the plate for the Lady Knights, a freshman. She's got a couple RBIs on the season, an opportunity to add to that total. Gazelles with some work to do here in the field now. Swing and a miss there as Gerard gets the first one in. Ellerbush will be at third when her team takes to the field. Oh, 1-year count. Sign a bunt. She went for it, missed it, so it'll be strike two. And that's when things get tricky. If you want to bunt with two strikes, you better make sure it goes fair, otherwise you're striking out. Ellerbush having to protect home now. 0-2 the count. Gerard fires it in. Swing and a miss and a strikeout for Madison Gerard. So 1 strikeout, 1 walk on the mound for Girard to start this one. Brings up the cleanup hitter in Kinsley Sheridan for O'Gorman. Sheridan bats over 400 on the season. Watches the first pitch, just misses low. 1-0 the count. So runners still on first and second, 1 out now. Yankton in the field, O'Gorman batting. Girard's next pitch, that one a dribbler right back to Girard, fires it over to third. They won't get the out. So Deckert reaches third, Cook on second, Sheridan on first off of the fielder's choice. Bases loaded with only 1 out. Lucy Capel at the plate. Another freshman here for O'Gorman. Gazelles needing that second out. First pitch, low. Blocked and kept in front by Churchma. Did not get to the backstop. It's not a very deep backstop here at Sertoma Park, so you've got to pick and choose if it does get past the catcher if you want to take off from third. 1-0 your count. Thought about it, hits the strike zone anyways. 1-1 your count. One's across the board as it's 1-1, 1 out. Capel an opportunity here to give her team the lead. If it's hit in the field, got to come home with it as Girard misses low there, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Capel, we haven't seen a swing from yet. That one just a touch inside, makes it 3-1. Nowhere to put the batter, as a walk would score a run for O'Gorman. Girard needs a couple strikes here, the 3-1 pitch. That one low, a walk, and the first run of the game belongs to O'Gorman. Scoring is Sonia Deckert, Cook over to third. Sheridan at second, Capel now on first with the walk. And 1-0 your official score with O'Gorman leading here on Yankton Streaming. Ryan Winterbore at the plate. Gets a good piece of that one, a line drive down the third base side, misses foul. As you can hear from the O'Gorman sideline, would have been a base hit had it been a couple feet further to the right. Base is still loaded, 1 out. 0-1 now your count. And if you haven't already, if you're watching on Yankton Streaming on YouTube, you want to be notified every time that we go live with Yankton Athletics. Hit the subscribe button, then click the bell, turn on the notifications, and you'll be let known every time we go live with Yankton Athletics. Next pitch misses, 1-1 your count. Girard fires in the next one. Low, scooped up by Churchma, runners stay put. 2-1 your count, 1 out, bases loaded. At the plate, Ryan Winterbore for the Lady Knights. Hits that one sky high into shallow right field. No, it's going to stay. Catch made at second, and Brooklyn King pulls it in for out number 2. Thought for sure was going to make it to right field. Instead, King able to pull it in at second, and 2 outs now with Allie Hermsen at the plate. Base is still loaded. Gazelles wouldn't be too upset, only giving up 1 here as that pitch misses low. Bases were loaded with 1 out. They had 2 runners on with no outs before the strikeout. Girard's next pitch misses inside, 2-0. O'Gorman looking to take advantage of bases loaded, but working with 2 outs here. A grounder over to third. It's picked up. Hughes makes the play, and that is out number 3 as she touches the base. So O'Gorman scores 1 run off of no hits, 1 error, 3 left on base, and that error was over at third. Girard firing it, and that's when Kinsley Sheridan got on by fielder's choice. 1-0 your score on our Fox stop of Yankton scoreboard. When we return for the Gazelles, leading off, it's Jocelyn Burns.
You deserve to get good service and great rates. At State Farm, we get it, and we're here to help. Because with every State Farm policy, you get good neighbor service and surprisingly great rates. So what are you waiting for? Get going and talk to a local State Farm agent about your surprisingly great rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements. When you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Roy Wilcox in Yankton today.
After our first half inning of play, it's 1-0. O'Gorman leads on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. The Fox Stop at the corner of West City Limits Road and 30th Street, Yankton. A full-service convenience store with hot food, Godfather's Pizza, personal pizzas, sandwiches, munchies, and beverages. Pay at the pump, gas and diesel fuel, firewood, and propane exchange. Leading off here will be Jocelyn Burns for the Gazelles. Burns comes into this one off a good game with a couple hits. .357 she bats on the year. And a look at the player on the mound, Mary Cook. She has pitched over 52 innings so far this year, boasts a 6.25 ERA, and she's got 49 strikeouts in 52.7 innings, just shy of 1 strikeout per inning. Right now, her numbers look similar to Madison Gerard's on the other end. So Burns at the plate here for Yankton. Yankton trails 1, as now they're at the plate. Burns watches the first one go in, called strike 1. And watching Cook warm up, seems like an accurate pitcher. We'll see how she does in the circle today, even though there is no circle at Sertoma Park. 0-1 your count. Burns watches it low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jocelyn Burns has been a great leadoff hitter for the Gazelles, frequently getting on in her first at bat. Next pitch, swing and a miss and off speed, and got Burns on it. 1-2 the count. Now having to protect the plate, Burns, as she steps back into the box. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cook winds up, fires it as a hard hit grounder. It's going to go foul. Burns is going to see at least 1 more pitch, but made great contact, was just ahead of that one. Had that one been put in play, that would have been hard to field. That one launched off the bat. Of course, a turf field makes that ball bounce a little bit harder. Some people like the turf, some people don't. 1-2, another pitch from Cook. As she checked, did she go? They're going to check with the other umpire. They're going to say she did go, and it will be a strikeout for Jocelyn Burns, bringing up Madison Gerard to the plate. 1 out, no runners on. There was no initial call, checked with the umpire on first. Now 1 out, Madison Gerard bats. Fresh count here for a new batter. As Gerard got a piece of it, ticked it straight back into the glove of Hermsen. So Gazelles making contact in their swings. Swing and a miss there, though. Finds Cook up 0-2 in the count. Gazelles have 1 run to make up. Of course, lots of game time to do so. Bottom of the first inning here. The 0-2 pitch here from Cook. As that one good for strike 3. No swing from Gerard. As back-to-back strikeouts, 2 outs, no runners on, with Madison Musfelt at the plate. So 2 outs, no runners on. Musfelt at the plate here for Yankton. Musfelt lofts that one up, puts it back, goes out of play. 0 for 1, that one goes. That one a little closer to the work truck than I'd prefer. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Musfelt looking to be the first runner here for Yankton as she puts that one into left field. It's high up, drifting foul, and it will drop to the ground as the attempt made there by Ellie Van Wy But the ball just kept drifting further and further. Musfeldt will see at least another pitch here. Has fouled off 2 already. Looking to put one fair here. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. That one fouled straight back, so Musfeldt fighting in there. And as a pitcher, sometimes it's a little frustrating when you've got 2 strikes and they just keep fouling. Musfeldt's fouled off 3 pitches already in this at-bat. Another 0-2 pitch here from Cook. That one got away high and outside, ball 1. Churchma waits on deck for Yankton, hoping to take off her catcher's gear and stand in the box. In the hole, Daly Hughes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, your count. As Musfeldt, another foul. That one goes off the net, dead ball. Every single strike she's seen, she has fouled off so far. I think that's 4 now in this at-bat. You wonder if an off-speed pitch coming up here. The pitch, as well, you could probably guess it. Fouled off. That one goes out of play. Now 5 fouled off by Musfeldt. Being a tough batter at the plate. Again, that just makes it tough on pitchers. The count stays at 1-2. Cook, next pitch. That one, a line drive into left field. It's going to drop. Musfeldt rounds first. She's going to take off for second, and she's going to get there with a double. Madison Musfeldt, talk about an at-bat. Did a great job fighting until she got the pitch she wanted. Drives it into left field, and that brings up Kyra Churchma, the cleanup hitter. 2 outs, but a runner on second. That is the game-tying run here. Two outs, fresh count. Churchma batting. She had 3 hits in her last game. Fouls that one straight back into the net. So the first strike in, Churchma fouls it off. 0-1 your count. Thought about it. Held off. Waited on the call there. As she did check it in time. Pulled the bat back, ball 1. Next pitch, Churchma gets a good piece of it but fouls it off. That one gets all the way back to the left field fence. Just to the left of the third base it was. Foul ball, 1-2 now your count. Cook on the mound, probably sick of seeing foul balls. Either way, it counts as a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and a runner on second. Churchma against Cook. Cook winds up, fires it as Kyra puts it into play. Sky high over at first, and catch is made for out number 3. So the Gazelles with no runs off of 1 hit, 1 left on base, no errors in the field. As after 1 full inning of play, 1-0, O'Gorman leads this one. We'll be back in just a moment here. Top of the 2nd inning. Leading off for O'Gorman will be Maddie Jones.
Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team, specializing in all things heating and cooling, as well as heat and glow gas fireplaces, wood fireplaces and stoves, humidifiers and dehumidifiers, and all styles of ductless mini-split system. Whether you are building or remodeling, our team of experts are the best in the business and guaranteed to keep you cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Remember, Kaiser Heating and Cooling is your hometown team for all things heating and cooling for the past 76 years. Go Bucks and Gazelles!
From simple sniffles to complex health conditions, the primary care providers at Yankton Medical Clinic will not only see you for your annual visits, screenings, and preventative care, but also provides care for the entire family. from pediatrics to adults. With 4 clinic locations and 15 outreach locations throughout South Dakota and Nebraska, compassionate, quality medical care is closer than you think. For more information on providers, services, and locations, visit our website, yanktonmedicalclinic.com.
After a complete inning of play, 1-0, O'Gorman leads now to the top of the second. Your batting order here for O'Gorman. Maddie Jones at the plate leading off on deck. Ellie Van Wy, and Sonia Deckert in the hole. That's the top of the lineup for the Knights here at the plate. Gerard remains on the mound. Jones, her first at bat in the game as Gerard. First pitch outside, ball 1. Jones bats a .267 as a sophomore for O'Gorman. Gerard, next pitch, a hard hit grounder gets under the glove of Hughes, and she'll be standing on first as a runner. So Ellie Van Wy has a runner on first for her. Showed sign of bunt, pulled back, but it's called for strike 1. Van Wy at the plate with Deckert on deck. On first is Maddie Jones. As she tries getting the bunt down, that one fouled back. Now 0-2 the count. Gerard leads this one. 1 strikeout for Gerard on the mound. Trying to make it 2 as that one fouled off. Stays 0-2 the count. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs, and a runner on first. O'Gorman at the plate working with the Gazelles in the field. Top of the second inning. That one just misses outside. Churchma throw down to first, not in time. Jones gets back safely. Keeping the runner honest. Throwing it to first. 1-2, that'll make the count. Gerard fires it in. A grounder right back over to Hughes. Bounces off, and that will be 2 runners on here for O'Gorman. Jones advances to second. Van Wy over to first. Deckert in her first at bat was walked, ended up being the lone run that we've seen in this game, but now 2 runners on with no outs. Has that one in for a strike from Gerard. And a tough play over at third. You hate to give an error. Swing and a miss there on the off-speed pitch, but it gets to the backstop. Runners advance here, 0-2. As I was saying, don't like to give the error, but on a backhand play like that. And now runners on second and third. 0-2 your count. Sonia Deckert at the plate. Watches that one go for strike 3, and Gerard's got another strikeout. That's one Yankton needed here, as they'll get the first out with Mary Cook now at the plate. Cook was put on first when she was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Gerard, first pitch. That one dribbles down the first base side, foul. Felt like it just hit the end of the bat from Cook. Had a lot of spin on it. Gerard up 0-1 in the count. That one a grounder over to shortstop, picked up by Burns. Fired over to first in time, out 2, but O'Gorman will score 1. So Maddie Jones will score from third. Ellie Van Wy advances from second to third. And Mary Cook out at first. Burns making the play with Veda Ellerbush now at the plate. A runner on third, 2 outs. Watches that one go just a touch inside, 1-0 your count. Ellerbush third in the lineup for O'Gorman. Next pitch also inside for a ball. Gerard now 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Again, she averages exactly 1 strikeout per inning pitched. And throughout nearly 2, she's got 2. That one a hard hit line drive. Into left field it goes. It takes a bounce, gets by. To the fence it goes as Ellerbush standing on second. She'll take off for third. Gazelles will fire it, won't get it in time. So a base hit there. O'Gorman scores their 3rd run. Ellerbush standing on third. Van Wy scores. As Kinsley Sheridan, the cleanup hitter, to the plate. She reached in the first inning by a fielder's choice. Pitch is low and away. As Sheridan, a lefty here. Swung, got a piece of it, fouled straight back it goes. 1-1. Gazelles look to get out of this inning and minimize the damage done here. 3 runs is certainly not unable to catch up from, but that next pitch low. Ball 2. Sheridan awaits the next pitch from Gerard. It's high, ball 3. Sheridan at the plate, Lucy Capel on deck, Brian Winterbore in the hole. 3-1 your count. Has a swing and a miss there. Loads up the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A runner on third in Veda Ellerbush. And the 3-2 pitch just misses outside, and that'll be a walk with Sheridan on first. Runners on first and third now. At the plate, Lucy Capel. She was walked in the first inning. Runners on first and third. You never know what's going to happen. Has thought about the fire down to second. Gets through into center field. O'Gorman will score. And taking off for third here is Sheridan. So Ellerbush scores. Sheridan over to third. Pitch was called for a strike. 0-1 your count with 2 outs. Gerard's next pitch, inside. Gerard's next pitch, that one's in the strike zone. 1-2, that makes it with 2 outs. Still a runner on third. The 1-2 pitch on the way. As a line drive into right center. Another score for O'Gorman as they're having a great second inning. Capel with an RBI single. Sheridan will score. Ryan Winterbore now at the plate. Allie Hermsen on deck, and in the hole is Maddie Jones, who led off the inning here in the second. Foul ball, that one goes into the net. 0-1 your count. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. And another base hit here for O'Gorman, picked up at left field by Gurney. The throw to second. Nearly caught Capel. A nice heads-up play, but Capel does get back in time. Back-to-back hits and then a walk and another hit before that. As it's just been one of those innings for the Lady Knights, hitting very well here. And they've got a 5-0 lead, and they're trying to hit around in this inning. Muth calls a timeout. It's a Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton water break. Locally owned for 4 generations, call them for water softening and purification, salt, reverse osmosis needs, and bottled water. That's Lindsay Echo Water Systems of Yankton. Gazelles take back to their spots in the field. Runners back to their bases. And at the plate, Allie Hermsen grounded out in the first inning. Was the third out in the top of the first. Gazelles trying to make that a back-to-back thing here. First pitch low and inside, ball one. In the last 4 batters, O'Gorman with 3 hits and 1 walk. Next pitch low for ball 2. Two-0 your count. Hermsen hasn't swung, and that one outside for ball 3. Three-0 pitch. That one's in the strike zone. Now Hermsen has seen one. Still has one if she chooses to not swing. As Gerard gets it in there, over to left field. Bounces off of Hughes, stays fair. Base is now loaded with 2 outs. Capel to third, Winterbohr to second, Hermsen now at first. So Maddie Jones at the plate. She led off this inning, in which she did reach. First pitch just low. Didn't miss by much. So Jones, her second at bat in the inning. On deck, Ellie Van Wy for O'Gorman. That one fouled off. Evens it up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Got away. It's high 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike, and make it 3 balls, 1 strike. Two outs here. Gazelles just need to get this last one. Count now full after the strike fired by Gerard. 5 straight batters for O'Gorman have gotten on. Gazelles need to end this top of the second. 3-2 the payoff pitch. That one fouled up and out of play. So another pitch coming to Maddie Jones. Gerard fires it in, as just misses. It's a walk, and another score here for O'Gorman. Capel scores. Winterbohr over to third. Hermsen to second. Jones now on first with a walk. Another timeout called here by Muth. And we'll see if it's a pitching change or not. Daly Hughes is standing there. We will have a pitching change. So Gerard, 1 2/3 inning pitched. 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. Now on the mound, Daly Hughes. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment here with the correct substitutions.
Dive into the delicious all-you-can-eat Asian buffet, featuring mouth-watering Asian cuisine like broccoli beef, General Chicken, sesame chicken, so much more. Or choose from a fresh selection of meats, noodles, rice, vegetables, Asian-inspired sauces, and watch them sizzle on the Mongolian grill. Plus tantalizing desserts, including ice cream. Get your fill at King Buffet and Mongolian Grill, North Broadway, Yankton.
And back to the field as Hughes warming up here. And the normal thing has been Gerard takes off for third. And it does look like Gerard will be at third here. So just a nice and easy swap here. Hughes from third to the mound. Gerard goes from pitching to third base. Hughes on the mound with bases loaded, 2 outs. Now at the plate, Ellie Van Wy for O'Gorman. First pitch inside, ball 1. Daly Hughes, the next pitch on the way. As that one will hit Ellie Van Wy and score one for O'Gorman. Winterborg comes across. Allie Herms into third. Maddie Jones now to second. And Ellie Van Wy on after she's hit by the pitch. 7-0 that will make this. Bases remain loaded with 2 outs. And leadoff hitter Sonia Deckert, her third at bat in the first 2 innings. Deckert struck out in her last at bat here earlier in this inning, as now she's hit by a pitch, and that will bring another one across here for O'Gorman, making it 8-0. Maddie Jones to third, Van Wy to second, Deckert now on first. First pitch in for a strike from Hughes. Mary Cook at the plate. She's 0 for 1, but was hit by a pitch in the first inning. Got around to third, didn't score it. That next pitch outside, ball 1. Next pitch, a line drive. That one gets through into center field. O'Gorman scores one. They'll send for another score, and they'll get it. A 2 RBI single there for Mary Cook. Deckert to third. Jones scores. Ellie Van Wy scores. 10-0 that makes it here. Runners on second and third. 2 outs, and a courtesy runner, Addie Grebel, will run in place of Mary Cook. Fresh count here at the plate, Veda Ellerbush. Her last at bat, hit a double, reached third as the Gazelles struggled to get it in. That pitch inside, ball 1. Just been one of those innings, unfortunately, for Yankton. Just got to get out of this one. Regroup, get a few runs, get right back in this one. So Hughes' next pitch outside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes here. Hughes fires it in there. That one lofted up over the third side. Burns makes the diving attempt. Doesn't come down with it. Pops right up, which is good to see. She slid into the fence. Called off Gerard. That's an aggressive play at shortstop. But we've seen her make some great plays this year. Ellerbush now facing a 2-1 count. 1 for 2 in the game. As she puts that one high up, that one goes to left field. Gurney able to pull it in, and that will be out number 3. But O'Gorman is going to score 9 runs off of 3 hits, 3 errors in the field, and then with 2 left on base. Gazelles in the bottom of the second now trail 10-0. Again, some work to do. Leading off, it'll be Daly Hughes at the plate when we return here on Yankton Streaming.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Into the bottom of the second inning, leading off here for Yankton will be Daly Hughes. On deck, Brooklyn King with Olivia Puck in the hole. Can't get all 10 runs at once, but Gazelles looking to string some hits, walks, anything. Just get runners on and score them. Hughes coming off a game with 2 home runs. Looking to keep up the hot streak at the plate. Mary Cook, first pitch, swing and a miss there, 0-1 your count. Oh, 1 your count. That one a little high, swing and a miss, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes here. Hughes leading off here for Yankton. Mary Cook on the mound for O'Gorman. And that will be strike 3 as Hughes goes down swinging. Mary Cook with her 3rd strikeout already in the game brings up Brooklyn King to the plate. King bats 6th, wears number 6. Swing and a miss on the first pitch, 0-1 the count. So 4 straight strikes to start the inning fired from Mary Cook. Oh, 1 your count. Another swing and a miss, 0-2. Cook has found her rhythm on the mound here early in this game. She's a player that Coach Sokup immediately brought up and said the team's at their best when she's firing well. A swing and a miss, back-to-back strikeouts for the Gazelles as King goes down swinging, brings up Olivia Puck to the plate. Puck not too many at-bats this year. As she takes the first pitch, called for strike 1, 0-1 your count. Now 7 straight strikes thrown. Oh, 1 your count. Swing and a miss, 0-2. One pitch away from a 9-pitch inning for Cook here, as that one just misses outside. Puck to see another pitch. She's been playing right field here for the Gazelles to start this game. Schulte on deck, Eliza Gurney in the hole. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and no runners on. The next pitch on the way. Puck fouls that one back into the net. It goes. O'Gorman is going to force Yankton to have to put the ball in play here. The 1-2 pitch. That one's good for strike 3. It will be 3 up, 3 down for the Gazelles. All strikeouts as Mary Cook, 5 of the 6 outs at her hand, wheeling and dealing in the circle right now. No runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on base for Yankton as we enter the 3rd inning of play. O'Gorman leads this one 10-0.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Into the top of the 3rd inning, O'Gorman Lady Knights lead this one 10-0. Yankton looking for a good defensive inning here. Leading off will be the cleanup hitter, Kinsley Sheridan, with Lucy Capel on deck, Ryan Winterboer in the hole. Daly Hughes on the mound here in relief of Madison Gerard. Gerard will finish with 1 2/3 inning plays, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 9 runs. That 10th run will be credited onto Daly Hughes, as Sheridan has reached by a fielder's choice, was also walked. First pitch outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes here. O'Gorman with a big lead here. He'll try adding to it as a fouled off there from Sheridan. 1-1 the count. You see that a lot from lefties where they take that slap hit attempt. As that one fouled straight back out of play. 1-2 the count now. Of course, as a lefty, you're just one, maybe 2 steps closer to first. If you can get a slow roller down the third base side, could be tricky for the defenders to get it in time. 1-2 your count. That one misses high and away. Two balls, 2 strikes, no out. Sheridan at the plate. Hughes fires it in there, fouled straight back. Into the net it goes. Count stays the same at 2-2. Wind blowing here at Sertoma Park. As the next pitch, just outside, making the count full, 3-2. As that is something Coach Sokup had said, smart at bats. And so far, O'Gorman has done just that in this game. Payoff pitch here from Hughes. That one hit up, and a chance added here for Burns. Wind pushing it, but Burns still pulls it in for out number 1. Lucy Capel now at the plate. On deck, Ryan Winterbor. Capel, 1 for 1 in this game, hit a single last inning, was walked in the first. So she reached base in each of her at-bats. 1 out, no runners on here. Sat on it, just misses low from Hughes. Next pitch on the way, a dribbler that's picked up at second. Fired over to first, 2 up, 2 down here. As Gazelles defense looking good to start the top of the third. Another play made at second by King, as that brings up Ryan Winterbor to the plate. She's also 1 for, well, not also, she's 1 for 2, excuse me. Hit a single, flew out in the first 2, King. On deck is Allie Hermsen, swing and a miss there, 0-1. And the Gazelles would love a 3 up, 3 down inning here, as the bats are going to have to start rolling as well. No balls, 1 strike. Has that one hit up and caught. Musfelt will get it. A low pitch inning there as 3 up, 3 down. No runs off of no hits, no errors, none left on base. Gazelles here now have to get some runs on the board. When we return, we enter the bottom of the third inning. Leading off, Haley Schulte. On deck, Eliza Gurney. And then to the top of the lineup for the Gazelles.
Imagine working for a successful global business with customers in 140 countries. That's Vishay Intertechnology, a Fortune 1000 maker of electronic componentry. Now imagine a company of that size with that kind of stability and a caring family-like environment. Learn more about what you can do at Vishay by visiting VishayCareers.com. Vishay is an equal opportunity employer. Vishay, the DNA of tech.
MT and RC Smith Insurance has been a part of the Yankton community since 1949. Our agency would love to help you with your home, auto, business, life, and long-term care insurance needs.
We take pride in providing you with quality service when you have a claim or need to make changes to your coverage.
The MT and RC Smith Insurance Agency is flexible to meet with you in person or at the office at 204 West 4th Street. Give them a call for insurance changes, payments, claims, or service requests.
Into the bottom of the third inning, leading off here for Yankton will be Haley Schulte. On deck, Eliza Gurney, Jocelyn Burns in the hole. As 10-0 your score, O'Gorman leads. Yankton needs to get some runs here on the board. A bunt attempt here from Schulte. It goes foul, 0-1 your count. Now the defense expecting it. We'll see what the call is here for Schulte. The 0-1 count, Cook firing away for O'Gorman here. The 0-1 pitch fouled back, into the net it goes, 0-2. A lot of foul balls hit here from Yankton, but 5 strikeouts at the plate in 7 batters. No balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Schulte, the leadoff hitter here. Fouls that one off again, but into the net it goes. Count stays the same, 0-2. Schulte looking for something to put fair here. As that one dribbled over to third base. Schulte quick as she's called out at first. That'll be an out. Eliza Gurney at the plate. A close play at first. As Muth wants to talk with the umpires about it. She doesn't think Schulte was out. Thought she reached safely. Certainly a close one. And it will be no change here. So it will be an out. Eliza Gurney now at the plate here for Yankton. Burns on deck. No runners on with an out as Gurney puts that one into left field. A base hit, and Gurney stands on first. So Gurney, a base runner here for Yankton. It's exactly what they need. At the plate, Jocelyn Burns. Her second time at the plate. Struck out to lead off this game. Would not expect that to happen again. A runner on first, 1 out here. Fresh count here. Burns watches, it's high, ball 1. Cook with no walks in the game so far, as Burns fouls that one straight back, 1-1. Gazelles making contact on a lot of these strikes here. One's across the board, 1-1 your count, 1 out, 1 runner on. Burns at the plate, drives it into right center. That one's going to fall for back-to-back base hits. Gurney takes off for third. The tag gets there in time, but Burns will take second. Gurney out at third for out 2. Burns will stand on second with a single. Brings up Madison Gerard to the plate. Gazelles looking for a 2-out rally here in this one. Gerard at the plate with Musfeldt on deck. Gerard 0 for 1. Swing and a miss there, 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike here. That misses outside, 1-1. Two outs, a runner on second here for Gerard. 1-1 the count she faces. Cook steps back on. As that one misses low, ball 2. Two balls and 1 strike here. 2 outs. Gerard batting. Next pitch low as well, makes it 3-1. So Gerard with a favorable count of 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. That one crosses high, and a walk here. Gerard standing on first, and it's the first walk of the game from Mary Cook. 2 runners on now here for Yankton with Madison Musfelt at the plate. Musfelt had the first base hit here for the Gazelles. Looks to repeat that as she puts that one up and out of play. She's got runners on first and second here. Oh, and that makes the count. The right base hit scores Burns from second. Churchmill waits on deck. That one misses high, ball 1. So 1-1 your count. Looking for their first score here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. That one hits the strike zone, the outside zone. 1-2. Now having to protect his Musfelt. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. Musfelt at the plate. A hard hit grounder over to second, scooped up over to first in time. It'll be out number 3. And the Gazelles will score no runs off of 2 hits, no errors in the field, and 2 left on base after 3 complete innings of play. O'Gorman on top in this one, 10-0. Yankton looking for another good defensive outing following their last 3-up, 3-down inning.
Are you looking for your next great career opportunity? Then make it Sherco, a staple of the Yankton community. Sherco offers career opportunities in engineering, sales, marketing, accounting, tarp, metal fabrication, shipping, and assembling. Enjoy a year-round climate-controlled facility, 401k options, affordable health, dental, and vision care, paid time off, and 10 paid holidays. Make Sherco your next great opportunity. Learn more at sherco.com/careers.
And as we return, top of the 4th inning here, Hughes on the mound for the Gazelles to keep firing away. Leading off for O'Gorman will be Allie Hermsen with Maddie Jones on deck and Ellie Van Wy in the hole. That's the 7, 8, 9 hitters here for O'Gorman. The Gazelles have just got to avoid any walks or beans on the rubber when they're pitching. I've got O'Gorman for only 4 hits, but 10 runs. Now 4 errors from Yankton has also been a large part of that. Hughes, first pitch. That one hits sky high into left field. Gurney tracking it as she's going to come down with it. 1 pitch, 1 out. So a fly out to left field, and it brings up Maddie Jones to the plate. Gurney, a couple catches in left field here to start the game. Top of the 4th inning, 1 out here at the plate. Maddie Jones. That first pitch from Daly comes in for a strike. 0-1 your count. Next pitch, a grounder over to third. Gerard, it takes a funny hop and off her glove. Standing on first will be Jones off the error. That's the second time Jones has reached by an error in this game. Brings up Ellie Van Wy. She's 0 for 1, but reached on an error and was also hit by a pitch. That one outside, throw down to first. Not going to make it in time. 1-0 your count with 1 out, and a runner on first with Van Wy at the plate. Sonia Deckert in the hole. Swing and a miss, 1-1, that'll make it. And Deckert, barring a double play here, will have batted as many times as have been innings in this game. That pitch misses outside. 2-1. 2-1 your count. Hughes works on the mound against Van Wy. That one misses outside, ball 3. The 3-1 pitch from Hughes as that one misses outside, a walk, and now 2 runners on here for O'Gorman. Matty Jones on second, Van Wy on first, Sonia Deckert at the plate. On deck, Mary Cook, Veda Ellerbush in the hole. This is now their 1-2-3 hitters. 1 out here with 2 runners on. Deckert at the plate. Hard hit, gets through to left center. A base hit. O'Gorman scores 1, looking to score 2, and they'll do just that as Deckert takes off for third as she's standing up with a triple. A 2 RBI triple for Sonia Deckert. Mary Cook at the plate, Veda Ellerbush on deck. That one dribbles over, foul down the third base side. Here we go, Mary, here we go. One out here, 0-1 your count, that one misses outside. Cook hit a single in her last at bat. She's also been on the mound here for O'Gorman throughout the first 3 innings. 1-1 your count, 1 out. Cook gets a piece of it, fouls it. That one out of play. $12-0, your new score on our Fox Stop of Yankton scoreboard. O'Gorman leads this one as the visitors have had a good start to this game. Hughes' next pitch, that one, another foul ball. One ball, 2 strikes. Cook fouling off a couple in a row. Hughes continues firing away on the mound as that one put up, and that one out of play again. Musfelt was hot in pursuit, but couldn't do anything as it went well above the fence over the visiting dugout. Still a 1-2 count here. Hughes, the next pitch on the way. Cook, over to third it goes. Gerard picks it up as they're going to say foul. And Yankton, happy it was fouled because the throw ended up out of play. Sound effects here at Sertoma Park. Here we go, Mary. Here we go. Never fail. 1 ball, 2 strikes yet again here. Hughes. Next pitch outside to the backstop it goes, but staying on third there is Deckert. Gazelles going to have to find a way to get out of this inning here. 2-2 your count. That one also well outside, ball 3. Count full as Churchma will head up to talk with her pitcher. As making sure she's doing all right up there. A quick meeting. Didn't take much time, that's for sure. As we near the halfway point of this game at the 3.5 inning mark. Now, should O'Gorman retain this 12-run lead, it wouldn't be as that one hit high up. Gurney, a chance at another one, pulls it in, and taking off from third here is Deckert. The relay won't happen, and O'Gorman scores run number 13. A sac fly from Mary Cook scores Sonia Deckert. So Veda Ellerbush at the plate, no runners on, 2 outs. Hellerbush 1 for 3 to start this game. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. That one put up in the air as Brooklyn King pulls it in. So the Gazelles do get out of this inning, as that will be 3 runs scored for O'Gorman off of 1 base hit, 1 error on the Gazelles, none left on base. 13-0 your score at the halfway point. O'Gorman leads. For the Gazelles, entering the bottom of the 4th, leading off will be cleanup hitter Kyra Churchman when we return here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube.
Come experience a true culinary experience at Willoughby's Bistro in the Meridian District, downtown Yankton. Chef Rika cooks up everything fresh daily. It's so good, and there is something new every single day to suit your taste buds. Come check out Willoughby's, where everything is made fresh. Experiencing Big City cuisine for a small town price is what Chef Rika has to offer. Don't forget to check out Willoughby's Facebook page for her daily specials.
And back here, bottom of the 4th inning, leading off here for the Gazelles, Kyra Churchma. Yankton's bats have got to get rolling here. They've got 3 base hits, but no runs scored. They've had 3 left on base. Fresh count, Churchma flew out in her first at bat here. First pitch low, ball 1. On deck, Daly Hughes with Brooklyn King in the hole. Gazelles looking to get all of them on. Next pitch. Churchman thought about it, held off, ball 2. (2-0) the count with no outs. Churchman, the leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the 4th for Yankton. Gets a good piece of it, scooped up at second. Throw will make it. Out number 1. A ground out here to start the bottom of the 4th. Daly Hughes now at the plate. Hughes stepped in as pitcher for Madison Gerard here late into the top of the 2nd inning. Swing and a miss there, 0-1 the count. Again, Gazelles really going to need to put up some runs. After 5, it is a 10-run rule, so they need 4 runs between this inning and next, and that's barring any scoring from O'Gorman at the plate in the top of the 5th. That one fouled back by Daly. 0-2 now the count. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, no runners on. Hughes watches that one. It's outside. Ball 1. One ball and 2 strikes. Cook firing in against Hughes. As Hughes a swing and a miss on the off-speed pitch. That's out number 2. 2 outs now. Brooklyn King will step to the plate here for Yankton. Brooklyn King at the plate. On deck, it's Olivia Puck with Haley Schulte in the hole. Gazelles trying for a 2-out rally now. King holds off, ball 1. That one high. Cook, the next pitch on the way. Hits the strike zone, makes the count 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs here. Cook fires it in. King fouls it. Got good contact, goes out of play. They'll make the count 1-2 with 2 outs here. No runners on. Cook, the 1-2 pitch low. It misses, ball 2. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here. Another foul ball out of here. Brooklyn King fighting in the box right now, forcing Cook to keep firing in strikes. Count stays the same at 2-2. Brooklyn King looking to put something in play, as that one just misses, making the count full here. It's been a good at-bat here for Brooklyn King so far. Cook, the payoff pitch. It misses high. King jogs over to first with a walk. So Olivia Puck now at the plate. She's got a runner on first, but 2 outs she faces. Puck at the plate now. Cook fires it in. Just misses inside, ball 1. So a rare walk put King on first. Now Puck at the plate, swing and a miss. Evens the count up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. On first is Brooklyn King. Olivia Puck at the plate. Haley Schulte on deck. Next one fired in for strike 2 from Cook on the mound. The 1-2 pitch here. Puck, a swing and a miss. It will be strike 3. Cook gets another one to her name. She's up to 7 strikeouts. So no runs off of no hits, no errors. 1 left on base for Yankton. We enter the top of the 5th inning. O'Gorman leads 13-0. Again, after 5 innings of play, it is a 10-run and a 15-run rule. It takes effect after 3 innings of play. When we return for O'Gorman, leading off here will be Kinsley Sheridan.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, baby, I got a great idea for your next commercial. You're in a jungle with a dinosaur, looking for an outlet for your vacuum.
A dinosaur? No, I said Intech has over 30 years of commercial cleaning. You know, like office buildings, ensuring happy visitors and a healthy workforce.
Commercial buildings? I think I can work with that, Jerry. I'm gonna make you a star.
Oh my goodness. When you need it clean, call the Intech team.
Nice.
Maytag appreciates a compliment, but this Maytag washer isn't just eye candy.
Wow.
Inside, it's got the capacity and power to handle even the mightiest loads.
I love this.
Yeah, she's a beaut.
It's a he.
How do you know?
Don't worry about it.
Find Maytag products and the industry's best appliances at your local dealer. Murph's Appliance, downtown Vermilion. Back to the field, top of the 5th inning. After 4 innings of play, it's 13-0. O'Gorman leads this one. Kinsley Sheridan to lead things off for O'Gorman with Lucy Capel on deck, Ryan Winterbore in the hole. For Yankton, cannot give up 2 runs here, as they'd love to get a chance at the plate again. First pitch from Hughes just misses outside. Sheridan in this one has reached twice, once by a walk, once by a fielder's choice, and then flew out in her last plate appearance. A grounder over to Burns. Burns picks it up, sidearm, fire to first is good. A ground out to start the top of the 5th here. Lucy Capel up to the plate, no runners on, and 1 out now. Fresh count here. Hughes still firing away on the mound. Pitches outside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes, 1 out here. Capel at the plate. Hughes' next pitch on the way. Thought about it, was Capel, held off. It's a ball. And a dribbler over towards first base. Musfelt will pick it up, but it will be foul. 2 balls, 1 strike, and an out. No runners on. Yankton wants to keep it that way. Two balls and 1 strike here. Hughes, another one. Swing and a miss there. Now 2-2. The best defensive inning for Yankton was when Sheridan led off last time in the 3rd inning. She led off this inning. It was a 3-up, 3-down. Yankton looking to repeat that. 2-2 your count with an out. As that one put up, Musfelt's going to have a chance at that one. Pulls it in for out number 2. So Ryan Winterbore at the plate, 1 for 3. Hit a single in the 2nd inning. Ended up scoring. Otherwise flew out to King at 2nd and then flew out to Musfelt. And that one driven into left field, a grounder that gets through and a base hit. And a runner here for O'Gorman. Ryan Winterbore on first with her 2nd base hit of the game. Allie Hermsen on at the plate now. 0 for 3, but did reach by an error in the 2nd inning. Hughes, first pitch just inside, maybe a little low, ball 1. Hughes, next pitch, swing and a miss. Even up at 1-1. On deck is Maddie Jones for the Knights. Ellie Van Wy in the hole. Again, Gazelles cannot give up 2 runs. Otherwise, that is the 15-run mercy rule. Next pitch inside, ball 2. Right now, Hermsen at the plate would be the game-winning run for O'Gorman. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hughes fires it outside. Churchma pump fake over to first, keeping Winterbore honest. Three balls and 1 strike here. As that one just misses inside. A walk from Hughes. Her 2nd only of the game. Winterbore over to 2nd. Hermsen now on first with a walk. She's reached twice. And Maddie Jones at the plate. Maddie Jones 0 for 2, but has reached each at bat. All 3 reached by 2 errors and was walked. 2 outs. Runners on first and 2nd. A dribbler over to 3rd. Picked up. Gerard will touch 3rd base, the force out, and that will wrap up the top of the 5th. Gazelles with at least another chance here to the bottom of the 5th. 1 hit, no runs, no errors, and 2 left on base for O'Gorman. 3 outs here for Yankton. When we return leading off, it's Haley Schulte.
There's a whole new world out there. It's called the off-road, and it's waiting to be explored in a Polaris. So gear up to make every moment count with the Polaris off-road vehicle. The new Polaris models are now available at Stockman's Motorsports in Yankton. No matter the weather, get ready to tackle all the trails. With machines like these, your world just gets bigger. Stop in at Stockman's Motorsports today to learn more about the epic new Polaris off-road lineup.
Midwest Insurance Agency values family. Our agency has been family-run for over 60 years. We pride ourselves on excellent, knowledgeable customer service. This day and age, everyone is so eager to have an immediate response with a quote. But at Midwest Insurance, we take our time and evaluate your assets and make sure you are properly insured. We take those what-ifs very seriously. As we continue on our family business with hopes of our children, Brooke or Jet, taking over in the future, we will continue to be there for you always. Come be a part of our family. Midwest Insurance Agency, 3016 Piper Street, Yankton.
Pied Piper, the sign says it all. Flowers and gifts. The store is bustling with something new all the time. There are flowers for any occasion, weddings, anniversary, birthday, or just to say I love you. There's coffee, soups, dips, and sweets. Need to give someone a chuckle? The socks say it all. Home decor, candles, jewelry, memorial items are all found at your gift store of Pied Piper Flowers and Gifts, corner of 15th and Broadway in Yankton. You can also shop online, and best of all, we deliver too.
Back to the field as we do have a pitching change. Kenzie Koenig on the mound here. So Mary Cook will end the game with 4 innings pitched, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks, and no runs given up. And Schulte will not be batting. It is Haley Bottleson. So a couple of substitutions. We've seen Bottleson bat once this year, and she came up with a big hit. Got a double against Mitchell. Bottom of the 5th inning, Yankton needs 4 runs to keep this game going. First pitch misses, ball 1. Bottleson looking for something good to hit. Last time we saw her get a base hit, and then Schulte ended up running for her. 1-0 your count here. Koenig on the mound for O'Gorman. A swing and a miss from Bottleson. 1-1 it'll make the count. On deck, Eliza Gurney. 13-0 your score. Again, Yankton will need 4 runs to keep the game rolling. Koenig on the mound. Bottleson, a hard-hit grounder, picked up at short. The throw makes it, and that's 1 up, 1 down. Gazelles now with 2 outs to work with. Eliza Gurney now batting. She's 1 for 1, hit a single in her last at-bat. Yankton needs base runners. Gurney at the plate. Jocelyn Burns on deck. 2 outs now to get 4 runs. First pitch high, ball 1. Again, Gurney's just been a really good 9th batter here for Yankton. Comes into the game, 368 is her batting average. Gets a base hit, so that'll go up after this game as well. 1-0 your count. As a line drive into center field, the Gazelles have a base runner in Eliza Gurney. Back-to-back base hits for Eliza Gurney. And that brings up Jocelyn Burns in the top of the Gazelles lineup. That's 1. Gazelles are going to need a few more here. Burns at the plate. 1 for 2 in the game. Watches the first pitch outside, ball 1, fired down to first it goes. As Gurney able to get back in time, and it's Mary Cook on first now. Koenig's next pitch low and inside, ball 2. Gerard on deck here for the Gazelles. Madison Musfelt in the hole. Two balls, no strike. Burns at the plate. Gurney on first. 1 out. That one just outside, so 3-0 the count. Gazelles will take walks anyway on right now. 3 balls and no strikes. Burns, more likely than not, the red light here. 1 out as that pitch low, and a walk for Burns, so 2 runners on here for Yankton. Gurney over to second, Burns to first. With Madison Gerard at the plate. Gerard was walked in her last at bat. 2 runners here. This is when the Gazelles need to capitalize on that, as that one is going to be caught at second. A fly out, now 2 outs. Gerard flies out for out 2. Madison Musfelt now at the plate. Gazelles need at least a 4-run, 2-out rally here. Musfelt at the plate, Churchma on deck. to keep the game rolling. They need 4 runs. Musfeldt, grounder, foul. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Gurney on second. Burns on first. Musfeldt at the plate. Churchma on deck. Swing and a miss there. Makes it 0-2. Kenzie Koenig working on the mound here for O'Gorman in relief of Mary Cook. 0-2 your count. 2 outs as another fouled off from Musfeldt. She stays alive to see 1 more pitch at least. Gurney will have to head all the way back to second. She was nearly all the way to third. Koenig still with an 0-2 count. Winds up, fires it in, as that one put up high up into center field and pulled in for out number 3, as that will wrap up the game here. Your final score, 13-0 with O'Gorman winning this one. Gazelles fall to 3-7 on the year. O'Gorman gets a win. It advances to 4-6 on the year. We'll have our first Go to National Bank post-game show, and we'll also have our Kaiser Heating and Cooling hot hitter of the game when we return. Of course, Gazelles play 2 games tomorrow. They play Pierre TF Riggs at 9, and then Watertown at 11:30. We'll be live with both here on Yankton, streaming on YouTube. You'll want to make sure to tune in for those games as well. Coming up again, our first Go to National Bank post-game show.
When unexpected disasters strike in your home, you need to take action fast. Lucky for you, FloorTech Cleaning and Restoration is the fastest. Fire and water damage occur anytime. That's why FloorTech offers 24/7 emergency services to keep you safe and minimize damage. With locations in Yankton and Mitchell, South Dakota, as well as Pierce and Norfolk, Nebraska, FloorTech is never too far away. For more information and additional services, go to floortechrestoration.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in South Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the SDHSAA.
When do you need Siouxland oral surgery? When you need a specialist. From implants to extractions, wisdom teeth removal, and other facial or jaw-related issues, our board-certified oral surgeon specialists are here for you. With 4 locations, we offer fast appointments and flexible payment options. So when your mouth's in distress, call SOS. SiouxlandOralSurgery.com.
Hi, it's Linda with Linda's Angel Crossing in Yankton. Shopping for ladies' clothing, I carry Tribal, Ethel, Lulu Bee, just to name a few, sizes 4 to 18 and plus sizes. In the nursery, you'll find copper, pearl, swaddles, and bibs, magnetic sleepers, organic and bamboo sleepers, ruffle butt, and so much more. The kids' sizes are 2T to 7, and that includes Under Armour. Check out the toy selection and my little golden books. Linda's Angel Crossing on Broadway in Yankton.
Yankton Rexall, located in the Meridian District, downtown Yankton, has Hallmark cards and decorations for every season. They carry many different items for that wedding, anniversary, or special birthday, along with collectibles like Precious Moments and Willow Tree. The pharmacy is home to the ever-popular Med Packs, and the toy store offers Melissa and Doug toys, Abdallah chocolates, and Sweet Shop candy. When you want something perfect for gift giving, find it at Yankton Rexall in the Meridian District on 3rd Street. Doctors Lane, Reed, and Cole Swatsky make up the SWAT Chiropractic team. Check out their new location at 2000 Summit Street, Yankton, South Dakota. At SWAT Chiropractic and Rehab, they'll treat your neck and back pain, headaches and migraines, plantar fasciitis, sciatica, sports injuries, elbow, knee, rotator cuff, nerve injuries, and more. SWAT Chiropractic, specialized wellness and therapy. Let them get you ready for wherever life leads you.
Hi, this is Spencer.
And this is Josh of Yankton Heating and Cooling.
When the weather is hot, the last thing you need to worry about is air conditioning.
With Yankton Heating and Cooling, we'll take away any worries and get your home cool and comfortable.
From AC repairs to new installation, we'll get the job done.
Stay ahead of the problems by joining our Comfort Club with 10-point inspections, priority placement, discounts on all sales and services, and much more.
Keep your home feeling cool, even during the heat waves,
with Yankton Heating and Cooling.
As we come back for our First Dakota National Bank postgame show, First Dakota has proudly supported the dreams and banking needs of their customers for over 150 years. They offer personal, business, and ag banking solutions for every stage of your journey with 2 locations, downtown and North Broadway, Yankton. Gazelles fall 13-0 to the O'Gorman Lady Knights. Your final stats, O'Gorman with 13 runs off of 6 hits, no errors in the field, 7 left on base. Gazelles finished with no runs, 4 hits, 5 errors, and 6 left on base. Your personal stats for the Gazelles, Burns went 1 for 2 at the plate, Gerard 0 for 2. Musfelt 1 for 2. By the way, Gerard was walked as well. Kyra Churchma 0 for 2. Daly Hughes 0 for 2. Brooklyn King went 0 for 1, was also walked. Olivia Puck went 0 for 2. Haley Schulte was 0 for 1. Haley Bottleson 0 for 1. And Eliza Gurney went 2 for 2 in the game with 2 singles. So that brings us to our Kaiser Heating and Cooling of Yankton hot hitter of the game. Yankton's original and most trusted heating and cooling professionals for over 76 years. Kaiser Heating and Cooling, 808 West 23rd Street of Yankton. Now, in this one, Eliza Gurney going 2 for 2. She's got to be the hot hitter of the game as her batting average will go up. Again, she came into this one batting .368 as a 9th hitter for the Gazelles. .368, that's just going to go up. And I believe after this game, she'll actually have the highest batting average out of anyone on her team, as we're now joined by head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles. Coach, just, kind of felt like one that maybe wasn't the team's night.
Yeah, Monday or Tuesday night in Mitchell, every call went our way, and we just kind of the opposite tonight. Nothing went our way, just bad hop and, didn't field it cleanly and, had a few walks in there, and it just was like a snowball. It just got bigger and bigger and worse, and we just kind of, it was not our night. That's probably the best way to say it. But, I told the girls we're going to have a short memory. We got another chance tomorrow bright and early to come out, and we got 2 games that are going to be winnable games for us, and we got to come out ready to compete. We got to forget everything that just happened out there and regroup and try to play better softball.
And now coming up, as you mentioned, you got a couple of games. You travel to Sioux Falls. You take on both Pierre and Watertown. Now you've seen Pierre. You somewhat know what to expect with Watertown, a new opponent. How do you try and prep for the game as much as you can on the ride up? You get about an hour, 15 hour, 20 or so.
I think we just got to do a better job of maybe coming in being a little more focused and try to have good at-bats and pay attention to, the girl ahead of us and the girl, that batted 2 ahead of us and see what's going on and see if we can be a little more prepared at the plate and try to, swing at good pitches.
And one batter did impress today. It was Eliza Gurney, as she's had a lot of nice at-bats. Came into it batting .368. It'll go up after she goes 2 for 2. Again, your 9th hitter consistently getting on base with base hits.
Yeah, you know what? She's really has done a nice job for us. I would say she might be our leading hitter right now, actually, especially with those 2 hits. But she's quietly done a lot of nice things for us. She doesn't swing at bad pitches. She puts the ball in play, and she's really good at taking that ball the opposite way and just finding a spot where it just kind of falls in. So she's done a really nice job for us.
And that she has, as you mentioned, after today's game, she will have the highest batting average out of anyone with more than 2 at-bats on the season. So, of course you got to take that into account. But coming up here, what should we expect to see from the Governors? That's the one game I was not at.
Yeah, I thought both teams competed. Both teams played hard. Both teams just tried to put the ball in play. And that's what, every softball game probably, you hear. But that's just kind of our goal, is try to see if we can find a way to be better than we were today.
Absolutely. And then after them, the Watertown Arrows, of course, looking forward to it. Back-to-back games in Sioux Falls. Appreciate the time as always. And we'll talk with you after those games tomorrow.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Zach.
Again, that was head coach Jill Muth of the Yankton Gazelles. Tomorrow, Gazelles back in action for 2 games. That about wraps it up for me here today. I'm Zac Spear on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Tomorrow, though, 9 a.m. start for the Gazelles against the Pierre Governors, and then 11:30 in the morning as they'll take on Watertown. We'll be live with both of those. You'll want to catch it on Yankton streaming on YouTube. Have a great rest of your night.